As one of the oldest natural foods produced in North America, both folklore and archaeological evidence credit the discovery of maple syrup to the Native Americans. Since then, maple syrup production has come a long way, with new and improved ways to process sugar from wild trees emerging throughout the industry.
I've been making syrup for about 50 years, and what I see is just a huge advance in technology, in the equipment, in an understanding of how maple trees function, an understanding of the differences in practices that can change quality. And actually the quality today, I would share, is much superior from syrup made by this technology than it was 50 years ago.
Today, modern technologies like vacuum-enhanced tubing systems, reverse osmosis, and steam-powered evaporators are helping farmers get more sap out of the forest in a more energy-efficient and environmentally friendly manner.
You can see in the 1980s when maple syrup production just began to skyrocket both in the United States and in Canada because people began using vacuum. And so family members who make syrup, my operation, as well as neighbors and friends who make syrup, you just see a dramatic impact on production when they switch from doing it the way that I started out doing it with buckets to vacuum systems in the woods. We believe that maple is the best sweetener. It has a lower glycemic index than most honeys. It's rich in minerals, it's natural. And so if we can take that raw maple commodity and turn it into other products, it's going to allow people to enjoy maple beyond the breakfast table.
Sustainable methods like reverse osmosis also help to lessen our environmental footprint, reduce costs, and save time.
It takes approximately 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of maple syrup. When we get into the birch and the beech, it's a completely different story, and it takes much more sap to do that, in excess of 100 to 150 gallons to make 1 gallon for the beech and the birch syrups that we produce. Many years ago, when I was younger, we sugared on a 2x4 flat pan on a cinder block arch, and we had about 40 buckets for taps. And it would take us about 2 nights to make a half a gallon of syrup. Technology has advanced so much, I am able to make over 800 gallons an hour on the evaporator behind me.
Pioneering the development of a variety of syrups made from several different species, the forest farmers use the purest sap to create some of the healthiest natural, organic sweeteners in the world.
One of the reasons you would never have made birch syrup in the past is that there's very little sugar in the sap. It's about 0.5% on average compared to 2 to 3% for maple. So it just takes you a lot more sap to make the same amount of syrup. And with the technology in the past, you wouldn't have the ability to boil it down in a way that would make a really good tasting, delicious syrup. Now we have the reverse osmosis technology to remove most of the water before we even boil it, and more advanced boiling technologies that allow us to make a really delicious syrup without scorching or burning it. Other types of tree syrups are often used much better in the kitchen as a glaze or a marinade, in dressings, in desserts. They're very rare, they're unique, and so they often get used in special settings in the kitchens rather than just your ordinary type of topping.
Collecting sap from diverse wild forests helps the forest maintain its natural state and ensures long-term viability of its resources.
Syrup making is one of the best ways to conserve forests because you need to keep those trees year after year. In our forests, we're also not just focused on the maples, but on all the different types of trees. So it allows us to keep a diverse, healthy forest full of maple, birch, beech, basswood, walnut, all these other different types of trees we can collect sap from every year and have this diverse, healthy forest providing a diverse array of products.
In addition to the environmental benefits of harvesting sap from wild forests, the unique flavors provided from different tree syrups allows chefs from around the globe to utilize these natural sweeteners in delicious and inventive ways.
When we build recipes, we have stuff that's really savory or really rich, and we were able to use different syrups to help balance that out. Tangy birch, which would be a little bit more acidic, allows us to pull vinegars away from what we're doing and add the birch, or just use maple to complement the sweetness. As a modern day chef, We don't have the luxury to just pull off the shelf. We're trying to support a local farmer or a small shop. New Leaf has allowed us to do that, and it's put my mind at ease. I know how they're processing, I know what they're doing. They're organic, eco-friendly, they're winning accolades day after day. So my guests not only have a great product, but a great experience, and it's memorable. That's why we switched to New Leaf and went from the maples that we have been using for years to what we're doing now.
The maple industry is growing very rapidly. We've more than doubled in the last decade. And the reason why is because it's easier to make now, and then more people are also demanding it. They want local, healthy, organic, sustainable foods. Maple fits the bill on all that. And as we learn more about the other types of tree syrups and how to do it in the best manner possible, I expect a lot more maple producers to start tapping other trees as well.